Hello, how are you? It's Diane Banks, voice actress and radio personality in Chicago. Don't forget to subscribe and check out all my other videos here for you. Yeah, watch all of them, won't you? All 250 plus. I'll give you a medal. Disney Animator gives his 2 cents on the new Disney villain stamps. That's my latest. And you guys had some great comments about that. We'll get to those at the end of the video, I promise. So hang around till the end for your comments. But we're going to talk today about the Zootopia lawsuit, which you may have heard about this when it first started in March of this year. Disney hit with lawsuit claiming Zootopia ripped off Total Recall writer. That would give him a good case right there, I guess, since he's already famous for doing Total Recall, at least more attention with the suits than maybe some others. But back when this happened, they said he was represented by a prominent law firm, which would help his case, you would think, too. So then also back in March, another story here on the Orlando Sentinel. Zootopia lawsuit claims Disney stole original idea from Total Recall screenwriter. You get the idea. There were lots of coverage on the story. Well, as an update, thanks to Cartoon Brew for the scoop on this, and we'll take a look at the actual drawings and things and get your opinion. I want to know what you guys think. But so far, the courts are siding with Disney, dismissing the Zootopia theft lawsuit. Now, as of August 30, he had time to appeal. I don't know whether he did or not. I'll have to look into that and see for some interesting reasons, which we'll get to in a second. But basically, there was the judge who last week ordered the suit to be dismissed. Goldman, this is the guy who wrote Total Recall or helped write it, failed to support his allegations with sufficient facts. Now, like I said, he has a chance to amend the lawsuit as of August 3rd. He may or may not have filed. But in 2000, he alleges he registered with the Writers Guild. He titled his work Looney, about an animator in his fantasy cartoon world creation. And then in 2009, he pitched the project to Disney executive Brigham Taylor, who promised to bring the materials, including character descriptions and illustrations, to the Disney animation department. He claims shortly thereafter, Disney put into development their own Zootopia project, basing materials on his own project. Now, again, it's up for debate whether this is right or not, but the attorney, or I'm sorry, the judge in the case says that he had to prove there was substantial similarity between Looney and Zootopia. He attempted to do this with allegations that both works feature similar conflicts, blah, 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 but they found the comparison not to be so. Now here's the big rub, and again, we'll take a closer look at the drawings, but this I don't get at all. Now they're saying that his character in the stories, what he had, were too general, difficult to discern the plot, and that he failed to include either his screenplay, a treatment, or even a synopsis of his work for the court to compare to Zootopia. Now, if you're trying to get a credible lawsuit, why on earth wouldn't you include your screenplay, a treatment, or even a synopsis? Sorry about that. To compare it to Zootopia. So the judge says, based on what materials you didn't present, we don't have substantial similarity evidence between this and Disney's Zootopia. So, like I said, based on whether he decided to appeal, I don't know. I'll look into that. But you could make the case that maybe the plots weren't similar enough and he didn't have a good case, and maybe that's why he didn't present it. But it just seems bizarre to me that he wouldn't do that. So let's take a peek at some of the drawings here. And I'm going to kind of blow this up big so you can get a good look. I think that's probably as far as we can go. But I have to say, if he had a decent screenplay evidence, I don't know how I would rule in the case. Let me know what you would think, because I see a lot of similarity going on here. Okay, maybe the body type is different, but we've got the eyes and the smirk and the attitude of the character over here. Well, you could say not there, but look at this with the sloth. That's a spitting image right there. And the body types are very, very similar. Even if the characters are a little different, the sizes and the shapes. Look at this one too. I mean, I don't know. I want to know in the comments what you think. Now this one too, you could say, well, but the hair is there. And this one, again, the body shapes. This is another spot on. So, you know, if I was a judge looking at it based on characters, now they didn't feel that that was similar enough. The judge in this case said one of the things that was different is they were not clothed, where the Zootopia characters are very well suited up. Well, you could argue that that's in the development stage, because when I looked into some of the development art, I mean, yes, he's dressed here. But if you look at this one, now this is early development of Nick and Judy. Nick is not clothed here. So, you know, again, he probably just didn't present a strong enough case. But I would say there's some similarities going on there. And then this one, they are clothed in that. But I just looked up a little bit on that. And then some more here in the development art. Again, they were clothed. But, and then they had some other art here. This one now, they're not clothed here. That one they are, and so forth. But I just thought that was kind of interesting if you're going to make that comparison, that at least in this set of concept art drawings, Nick was not clothed. Alright, so going back to our court case. Dun, 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 where's Judge Judy in this one? So yeah, the judge is saying that there wasn't enough similarities. Also, I thought this was kind of interesting. Factual details are wrong. The judge says they allege the story arc shared by both Looney and Zootopia. The hero loses a dream job following a job crisis. But Zootopia's Judy, according to the judge, does not lose her dream job. She voluntarily resigns at the height of her success. And so they found that there just weren't enough similarities going on from what they were saying. And again, what I said about the characters not being clothed, I don't know if I would agree with that, but we'll have to find out. I'll let you know if he didn't appeal the case on August 3rd, because they were giving him an opportunity to do so. Again, why he didn't include a screenplay or something, but definitely want to know in the comments, what do you think about this? Do you think that there's a similarity here? Should he have won the lawsuit? Do you think he even has a case? I would say there's definitely some similarities going on, at least in the drawing department, but he didn't prove his case very well based on story. And then that leads to the question, how much is legal borrowing? Like, is it legal for Disney to have taken ideas? Clearly they got some ideas from this guy. You know, what's legal to borrow from somebody, basing, you know, their ideas in your movie? So it's very interesting, and I'm anxious to hear your comments. Judge Bogo there, or Officer Bogo's not happy with me. See? I'm sorry. I'm just saying the guy may have had a decent case. I don't know. And I'm addicted to watching this. Look at how cute. This is from the Zootopia website. Okay, I know you're mad. All right. We'll be friends later. So let's get to your comments here really quick before we wrap up. And let's see. Oh, yeah, the Disney... what I was talking about before, this video, the Disney Animator gives us 2 cents, the Disney Villain stamps, the unboxing. This is the thumbnail if you want to watch. And your great comments included Uncle Quacker, who says, I just hope these stamps won't cause any issues with the Postal Service, since they literally have the faces of villains, as if the contents inside are potentially harmful. Just kidding. I just hope they have Disney protagonists on the stamps, as the villain ones are more for collecting. Yeah, they really are nice and collectible. Clay Carmichael says, I hope no one boycotts the post office because they have evil on their stamps, but I have to order some of these. By the way, I will buy the frame stamps just for myself. I'll buy the stamps just to use. And that's a good idea, to keep the frame set for you and then go on and use the other ones. And then one more here. We'll do this from Cookies and Stuff. She watched my video about the Disney princesses. And let me see if I can find this really quick for you. So if you want to watch it, you can find the thumbnail, what it looks like. It's this one, Disney Princess Normal Weight and Plus Size Makeover, Frozen. You can see the difference here. That's what we would call normal size, I guess, and then the plus size. So that's the thumbnail you're looking for. And Cookies and Stuff says, Anastasia is not a Disney princess. Okay. And I said, you know, she could be if we borrow the blue fairy from Pinocchio and make her one, right? It could happen. And Judge Bogo, or Officer Bogo, doesn't like that either. He's still mad at me. Okay, time to wrap up. I know this video has been very long, but I really want to know your comments on the lawsuit, what you think, If this guy had a good case, he didn't have a good case, do you think he'll appeal? It's Diane Banks. As always, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and leave those comments. Have a great day. Talk soon.